team there and to recover all the gear you can recover. ACA basically asked us to do this, I think it's on CL1, and they give you the option to do one of two ways. One way is solo, the other way is with a helper. And as I look at both those ways, I like doing it solo best. Do you have a preference, Dave? Anyway, I like doing solo. So anyway, I have this rope with me here, and this is what's left of the rope you're holding. And this is all in the bag right there. Okay, that's all in the bag. So I build an anchor here. And I put my rope through the repeat. And like many things in a canyon, maybe the previous people before us weren't as safety oriented as we are. And so we can see the anchor over there to rappel on. But over here, there wasn't an anchor because the other people, they just scampered across it and put their lives at risk, but we don't put lives at risk. So I'm just going to put a simple figure 8 on a bite on this rope and put it on my harness. I'm going to take the other side, the bag side of the rope, and I'm going to build me a personal belay in the form of a BT crucible, Valdetane tress, not my BT crucible. Checking my knot, make sure I tied it right, it was right to me. I am going to take this, and this gives me a hands-free backup. Once again, I'm going to simply put a carabiner through it and back on my belay loop. So now I'm hooked to my belay loop. I can test my knot before I go, and it's holding, but it's not going through. So I'm putting my bag on my hip where it can feed out. And I start climbing across slowly with my 2-finger touch on the Valdetane tress knot. And so if I fall, my fall swing is the distance between that anchor and me. I don't fall 200 feet. So I come over here where this nice anchor was already here, or if it wasn't, I come over here and I build an anchor. I'm going to assume that this anchor was already built. And again, I'm now covered. First thing I'm going to do is tie myself into this anchor. So now I'm safe. I got myself across safe. I need to set up a system to bring everybody else across safe. And so, to build that system, I'm simply, there's lots of ways I can do it. But one simple way is, I want to leave both ropes there. I'm safe, so now I disconnect this. I can just put both of these into the anchor. One's enough. Might as well just put 2 of them into the anchor, since I got them right here. And now, Chad is the next person that's going to come across, and so he goes up to that point, and he puts his tether on. In this case, he can put it on one or both, it doesn't really matter. And he climbs across or scrambles across. He comes over, and with his other tether, he hooks himself into the anchor, or there may be a safe place for him to go behind the anchor. So he's now on the anchor, so he can now take his tether off of the traverse rope and step back out of the way. And, okay, now everybody's come across and they've either got a nice safe place, sit, or possibly we've gone ahead and moved people on the rappel down the stream, and now we come to the last person, and the last person does exactly what Chad does. If we assume now that Chad was the last person, now I can break this system down. And I'd probably just give myself a little bit of slack here, and then I'm going to untie my figure 8 knot so that I can pull this rope, because we may need it further down the canyon. And I don't want to let this rope fall out of my hands or escape from me until I've got the knot all the way out, because this is my non-bag end, and so I want it totally free. Here's where I got to watch, because I still got a figure 8 loop. I got a figure 8. Now I've got to get that figure 8 out so it can go through the repeat. And at this point I can drop this rope and pull the rope all the way to me. And we are now all over here. We bagged this rope and we've solved this obstacle.
Mm-hmm.